Greetings everyone. In this video I want to talk about hearing or being aware of other people's thoughts.
Greetings! This infinite source truth is made possible by the generous contributions and support of viewers like you. Please consider making a contribution now. Thank you.
Now, some of you have tapped into the ability to be able to read other people's thoughts and in some cases even hear them. Now, that's not really beneficial to you. And usually how that happens is because you're wishing that you could. You want that ability, and so therefore by your intent and your frequency level, you are tapping into the awareness of what other people are thinking, and in many cases you might hear it audibly. I say this is never ever ever good, and I suggest that you revoke your intent to be able to have this ability. And if it starts, that you use the mind swipe technique of, wiping that thing off of your mind using your intent, like you would swipe an app off of a smartphone for it to disappear. Now, what happens when you are unshielded and you need to develop the ability to, okay, yes, you can do it when you intend to do it, but it shuts off unless you have the intention there to tap into what that person is thinking. Otherwise, you could literally feel like you're going crazy. And that's not how you want to be. You should not be listening to voices. You should have control over your own mind and over your thoughts and over what you are receiving. Now, I'm going to add in here, some of you are giving consent to being bothered by others. Okay. This is a little bit different from the first thing that I'm talking about there. But when you watch a video on YouTube and by your watching a video, you are consenting by your action, okay, of watching. If there is a malicious intent by an entity who has a channel to bother source players, and the source player is in a low enough frequency zone that they are leaving comments on videos and sharing their thoughts, okay? Now, higher frequency source players are not going to be going around to chat rooms or comment sections on videos and leaving comments. Now, I've talked about that in the etheric attachments, and you are giving consent. You leave a comment, you are giving consent. You're interacting with that program or entity, whichever it is. And by doing so, if those entities have a strong enough awareness of how things are done, they can affect you because you have consented. You need to know that you need to go back and remove those comments. You need to go back and remove the comments that you posted on their videos and unsubscribe and revoke your consent. And then those channels, I would say you need to stop watching them, because if you continue to watch them, why are you doing that? They're not benefiting you. You're giving consent. You're giving consent to those entities to have an effect on you. So many source players are ignorant, and they don't realize what their actions, your actions, can give consent. And that goes for you interacting with someone else on a social site. You leave a comment, they respond, you go back and forth. Now, you got lots of etheric connections there. And it doesn't even have to be the host of the site. It could be just the person who left the comment. You call them trolls or whatever. It could be those. But they've hooked you. They've snagged you, and they've connected to you. And you have to have a high enough frequency to be able to remove those attachments through your intent. Remove the comments. Some of you are not of a high enough frequency. You're still out there watching anything and everything. All kinds of information that is disinformation or confusing you. You have your source self-awareness and guidance, and why don't you spend the time fine-tuning and connecting stronger to your source self, and then you can have the answers that you desire. As your frequency rises, more abilities will be available for you to tap into. You will unlock your soul cage, and then you can have some amazing abilities, but they don't just come to you. You have to go through the process to unlock your soul cage. And if you don't know what that is, you should be able to figure that out by now. And if you can't figure out what that is, then you're not of high enough frequency to get that information. So you will stay in your ignorance until you're a high enough frequency to accomplish what needs to be done in this game. Now, choose wisely. You should be asking your source self if it benefits you to leave a comment someplace. Really. If it benefits you to leave a comment. Does it benefit you to share your life experience out there for the whole world to tap into and to see? Etheric connections. Now, think. Be aware of the implied consent that you are giving in your actions. Now, if you have benefited from these videos, then it benefits you to say thank you via an energy exchange, a gift via PayPal. The link is in the description box below. It is a frequency unlock for you that you can accomplish no other way. Abundance, health, and prosperity to you.